time. It's live, and it's in the interest of the people. They're going to make you laugh, and they'll even make you mad enough to chew nails. Either way, they have you tuned in. So sit back in that easy chair and get close to a phone, because you can call and talk to them. You better get you something to drink, because you may need it also. Take it away, guys.
Welcome. This is in the interest of the people, and we're ready to turn the troublemaker loose.
Are you going to put your sunglasses on
Yes,
so they
I
can't
am.
see you sleeping?
That's right. When I get sleepy, I'm going to put them on.
Welcome in, folks. It's a good program tonight. We've got a lot of guests and a lot of things happening. It's 2 days before the Liars Contest comes to an end. And we'll know which ones we don't want and who we got that we didn't want.
Well, that's right.
I never seen such a messed up election throughout the whole country, not just in Talladega County.
It's that way.
But it's everywhere.
It's that way everywhere.
You look at these church folks, Christian Sunday school teachers, all of them lying like a dog. They will turn every one of them out of the church and remove the head of the parties and get on about, or I guess they'll put a bunch of women in office. What do you think?
I think that's
You think that'd be
that's a great idea. Mothers, what else can't do nothing no better than a mother? Mm-hmm.
We let them have the babies.
Mm-hmm.
We let them do the cooking.
Pretty soon we won't need y'all.
But we don't want y'all telling us what to do.
I know, but you should listen sometimes. Keep yourself out of a lot of trouble.
Rehab first. If you need it. Some of these politicians needs to go to rehab first, where they've been beat up on.
Mm-hmm.
But rehab first, McGuffey Healthcare in Gadsden. Any kind of rehab you need and total knee replacement. What patients should consider as a total knee replacement. What are the risks of undergoing a total knee replacement? What is involved with the preoperative evaluation for total knee replacement? Rehab First can give you all this information and tell you what you're going through with when you have these operations. And then if you do have the operation, they can take care of you. They can look after you while you're recovering. If you had knee injury, head injury, or arm injury, or whatever, Rehab First at McGuffey Healthcare is a place to go. We appreciate them being one of our sponsors. Also, we appreciate Stampede Restaurant. We was in there today about 1 or 1:15, a little late getting there, and it was packed, wall-to-wall people. We appreciate you going there and getting a good meal when you need it. They're open 7 days a week from around 10 o'clock in the morning till about 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, depending on where it's weekend or whatever. But they've got about any kind of food you could possibly want. We're there 2 or 3 times a week, and you can tell by looking at us.
Two or three times a week?
At least. And you and your mother are about that often.
Yeah.
She likes the sweet
she
potatoes.
loves that sweet potato.
Mayor likes all of it.
The chocolate pie.
Well, chocolate pies too.
It's that big.
It is big. But Stampede Restaurant, they're there for you, and we appreciate them being our sponsor, or one of our sponsors. And we appreciate you taking time to go by there. When you need a meal, people are coming from everywhere, all over the county, outside the area, and we appreciate you doing that. Pre-15th anniversary program. Sunday, November the 9th, 2:30 p.m. Guest speaker, Reverend Charles E. Burton, Senior Pastor, Mars Hill Missionary Baptist Church in Anniston. And this is the Reverend Edward and Sister Kathleen Bolton's 15th anniversary. That's a long time to stay at one church. Sometimes preachers can't last 15 days. This preacher's been there 15 years, and that's quite an accomplishment for him and is an accomplishment for the church. This is Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church, and we've been knowing Reverend Bolton and his wife a long time. And we knew his dad. He pastored the churches 40 to 50 years. He was a long-term pastor. Great people. Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church is coming Sunday, November the 9th, 2:30 p.m. at the 15th anniversary program. We encourage you to go out and be with them if you possibly can. Last night up at Talladega College, they had the men and ladies basketball team playing. The ladies put a whipping on that other team. I mean, it was 125 or 30, whatever it was, to about 40. I mean, they laid it on them. And then Birmingham team, Birmingham Southern, I believe, the men beat them. But that was a close contest. Mm-hmm. But the gym was packed. It's basketball season. If you want to see some good basketball playing, Talladega College is a place to go.
I didn't make it, but they really have some great games.
They do.
I really enjoy going.
And then we were up there today for the Founders Day program. They've been going on all week, had the parade in town yesterday, and a great crowd up there. We appreciate Talladega College and what it means to our town and all the students that are coming in. They have right at 1,000 people attending there, 1,000 students. And we just appreciate what you mean to us, to our area.
Bring a lot to Talladega.
And Miss Patio shared with me that, I believe it was Miss Patio, or one of the people up there, on the 9th day of December, it's on a Tuesday night, the Christmas carols, Christmas program, Talladega College Christmas program, will be put on at the Ritz Theater. And this is great. Sometimes they have it, most times they have it on Sunday night, and that's a problem for some because they have church service. This is going to be on a Tuesday night, the 9th, and we'll talk to you more about that as time progresses. We've got a guest going to be with us in just a minute, Mr. Stan Hartigan. We're going to be talking about an upcoming program and some things that's going on with him and some of his group. We had, this afternoon, I went to the college this morning, had lunch at 11, went over to College City Temple, 823 this afternoon, 2:30. A longtime friend of mine, daughter Mildred Woods, Mistress of Order, invited me to come over. 2:30, 3 o'clock, I'm meeting again. Don't say nothing about it. But I appreciate Miss Mildred Woods inviting me to come over. Yeah, engineer said oink, oink. Tuesday, as we told you, is Election Day in Talladega. You have tomorrow to go down to the courthouse. If you don't have a photo ID, go down and get you an ID made so you can vote Tuesday. If you don't go down and get an ID and vote, you're just too lazy to go do it. You don't want to vote. There's no excuse.
Don't say a word. Don't complain.
Now, if you're disabled and can't go, I understand that. But you that are able to get out and go, you do not have a photo ID, and you don't go get one, you need to keep your mouth shut about how this election comes out Tuesday. You that do have a photo ID that don't go vote, you need to keep your mouth shut too. There's no excuse on you not voting once every 4 years. This last primary election, I think we had about 20% people voted. So 20% decided what's going to happen in the runoff or in the general election. If you have this happen Tuesday, your favorite person may not get elected. So if they don't and you don't vote, hush.
And you're not running,
are you? I'm not running. And I'm glad I'm not running this year. I've never seen so much garbage. I thought our contest sometime pretty rough, but ours is mild compared to some of the things that's going on. What else we got? We'll come back to this stuff in just a minute, yeah. Let's go to Mr. Stan Hartigan. Stan, welcome.
Thank you very much, man.
I appreciate you taking time to be with us. You got some programs upcoming real soon.
Yes, sir.
The first one is going to be Friday, November the 7th at the Ritz Theater, historic Ritz Theater. It's Professional Apothecaries Helping Hand Team presents Why I Love America, a patriotic show featuring local talents. Brian Wood, Victoria Stone, Ashley Gaither, Tasha Jemison, Jill Lackey, Jane Burns, Katie Smith, Dr. Manuel Caceres, and Annie McCullum, and yours truly, Larry Barton, will be doing a reading. That's Friday, November the 7th at 7 p.m. at the Ritz Theater. Admission $5, children 5 and under free. Please come out and be a part of this program. All proceeds benefit Ribbons of Hope Foundation, financial assistance for Talladega County residents affected by cancer. It's a very good program, and we appreciate Blake and all the folks at Professional Apothecary, allowing his help to be a part of this.
Yes.
Dan, you got a program coming up the next week.
Yes, sir. The organization is called the Hall of Heroes. It's a veterans organization. And, you know, a lot of our older veterans from World War II, they're getting few, as obviously, because of the age. But we need to let them know that we appreciate them. That's right. And what we have is on November the 11th, the Veterans Day Parade. It'll be sponsored by the Hall of Heroes. And let me just tell you just briefly what Hall of Heroes is. We obtain a picture of the serviceman. You may already know this, but we obtain a picture of him and in a frame, and we put it in the library at this time. And we are all looking for some other areas that we can place them so they'll be visible to the people. And we have over 100 pictures right now, maybe more than that. But anyway, there's plenty of veterans out there that have not turned in their picture yet, and we'd like them to talk to us about it, because every Sunday, one of their pictures show up in a Daily Home.
Right. Daily Home has really been good about running the pictures,
Yes, sir.
photos.
They are very good. Daily Home is trying to help us in every way they can with our advertising and that.
We're hoping that the building down on Battle Street will work out. That I understand they have acquired it. I don't know if you're part of the organization that's acquired the building.
Yes, sir, we did.
And hopefully that'll work out to be something they can put all the pictures down there and maybe do other things.
That's what we're looking at right now. We have other opportunities that we're investigating also, but that particular building on Battle Street might be the answer for short term anyway. So we're looking at that now. And anyway, Hall of Heroes is a wonderful organization, a veteran organization. And we meet first Wednesday of every month. If any veteran would like to attend a meeting that has not attended before, we certainly like them to come. You know,
We have a lot of good people involved in it, but we
Yes, sir.
got to give Miss Bobby Trammell. She is a promoter,
she's
a workhorse,
she's an A1 promoter.
and
yes.
she's had some health problems or broken bone or whatever I think, and she's still hanging in there.
Yeah, she was going to come tonight, but she just didn't feel like she could. With her health and that.
Right.
I mean, she's in good shape though. She's. I don't want to imply that she's.
She's one of them Beamerson ladies. You don't get them Beamerson folks now.
No, it's just it's uncomfortable sometimes for her to get around though. But anyway, the Veterans Parade is going to be on November the 11th. And the parade, if I might, I'd like to just tell you the lineup.
Okay.
And
Yes, sir.
We're going to have at 10 o'clock, the Chip Moore from the First National Bank is going to handle the lineup, and he's going to have some help from Chet Hayes and a few other locals. And at 11 o'clock, the parade starts at Winn-Dixie Shopping Center, and it goes to Battle Street, then to the square. We'll make a loop around the square, and then go down one more block to Spring Street and turn left and go down to Veterans Park. So that's where we end up, and we hope to end up there around 12 o'clock, which I hope you can make it there. And we're going to have a little, at that time, we'll have a little ceremony with raising the flag, and there's several things that, and Mac Ferguson is our master of ceremony.
He always does a super job.
Wow.
He's excellent. He's excellent. I can see where his son's talents come from. I tell you, he has a real good handle on it. And Glenn Horn will be involved in it with us, the Reverend Glenn Horn from Baptist, and Gail Perkins, and of course you, Mayor, will be there, and Cleve Jacobs, and our fire chief, Chief Warlick, is going to be the marshal, Grand Marshal, if you want to call him that, you know, in the parade. And he will be, because he's a veteran, you know, and he's going to also be our main speaker at the parade. And Jeff Wood is going to play the taps at the end, and the final thing will be Doug Hill will place the wreath, a wreath on the.
It's I've had the occasion to attend several of those occasions, ceremonies, and it's always great. It's a very moving situation.
I appreciate that, man. Sure do.
You guys do a super job.
We have a lot of people participating, and it's just wonderful to see everybody so excited about it. Well, I know I don't look that excited right now, but we are. We're very excited about
Mr. Stan, people come down. It's like a TV show. They said they're watching this TV show for an hour, and we appreciate you doing this. They don't realize what goes on behind the scene to bring this hour show to you. And they don't realize what goes on behind the scene to get this program at the Veterans Park.
Yes.
You guys do a good job, and I really appreciate everything that goes on behind the scenes.
Thank you very much, man.
That's the Why I Love America at the Ritz Theater this coming Friday night, the 7th, at 7 p.m., $5 admission. And that's a patriotic show. Plus yours.
On November the 11th.
The 11th.
At 10 o'clock, it'll be lined up. And we hope to see a lot of people on the streets, and bring your cameras, because there'll be a lot of There's going to be several bands from the local high schools, you know, Lincoln and
Right.
Mumford and Talladega High School, and we're going to have antique cars, and the Shriners are going to be involved in it.
That's great.
Oh yeah, we have. Unfortunately, on we may not have any military vehicles because of the economy right now. They're not able to go to every parade, and of course we have asked the National Guard though to participate, and we expect them. They'll be in it.
Maybe get the ROTC from school.
We ROTC. They have another issue. That morning, they have another project going on, and they're going to be involved in that. But the person that I spoke to said that if they can get it finished in time, that she will meet us at the Veterans Park. And
Stan, I appreciate you taking time to be with us. And I'm not asked Stan if I can do this, so I'll do it anyway. He is an accountant. Tax season is coming up in 2 months. Can you advertise your? You can if you want to. I didn't ask you if you wanted to.
Well, I really.
I put him on the spot, folks. Maybe.
There you go. It's not that I don't want to advertise. Pretty much everybody that knows me knows I'm a CPA and that I do accounting and taxes and that. So, and I'm pleased to do it for the community, and I have several nice clients that. He
did Mayor and I's last time, and I was very impressed, and I was very impressed with the fee. I mean, he don't gouge you, folks. He looks after us working folks, us poor folks from Beaverton. He looks after us. But if you would like to tell him how to get in touch with you, you're certainly welcome to.
Well, they can reach me at 256-375-9321 if they need anything, and I try to handle tax cases too that are not too involved. You know, yeah. Well, if they get too involved, I don't have the time to spend on them. You know, but a lot of people just get letters and that, and I can handle that. I give my brother-in-law takes care of the rest of the stuff.
I really appreciate you taking time to be with us tonight. We wish you the best, and we'll see you Friday night and then next Tuesday.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
We've got to go to a break, and when we come back, we're going to show you Pop the Top ice cream shop. The NASCAR folks came in. Pardon?
Pop the Top soda shop.
Yeah.
What, ice cream shop?
You said ice cream, but they do have ice cream.
Well, they have ice cream there. I don't drink sodas. I eat ice cream, as you can tell.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be right back after this break.
Planning a get-together, sporting event, or special occasion, let CG's help make the event more enjoyable. CG's can advise you on a favorite champagne or special wine imported from all over the world, as well as from New York and California. Perhaps you'd rather choose a muscadine wine from Alabama. CG's also has a nice selection of the latest in stemless wine glasses or champagne and water glasses. Only at CG's can you obtain your favorite imported beer, party supplies, mixes, and a variety of nuts. By the way, don't forget a gift for your favorite hostess. Visit CG's, conveniently located in Talladega at the corner of Howard and West.
A death is a troubling time for any family. Talladega Funeral Home offers dignity, respect, professionalism, commitment, and fairness to all families in need. We listen carefully. We know that some of us find great comfort in traditions, and we work tirelessly to honor those traditions. Our professional team gets to know each and every family member to help each and every individual remember, share, and also move towards healing. Contact Brittany Boozer at Talladega Funeral Home today, 256-362-0111. Talladega Funeral Home. We care because every life has a story.
Have you tried one of these? It's so good. Man, I can't believe we haven't done this before. Oh, wow, look at that. Want a bite? You're aging. Do the jingle. Do the jingle. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Hey, guys. Do it again. Do it again. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. In my office.
State Farm.
I think we're good. State Farm agents are there when you need them.
I'm Sheriff Jimmy Kilgore. When former Sheriff Jerry Studdard appointed me as his chief deputy, and 13 years later, Governor Bentley chose me to succeed him as your sheriff, I made both the same promise to take care of the needs of you, the citizens of Talladega County. Now I'm asking you to go back to the polls on November 4th and keep me, Sheriff Jimmy Kilgore, working for you.
It's time for me to go.
Folks, she's held out about as long as she can. She's about to fade out on me. We're going to show the Pop the Top
Soda shop
ice cream joint video in just a few seconds. But we had trick or treat Saturday night, Friday night. When did we have trick or treat? Friday night?
October.
We had over 500 folks come by my house.
No, you didn't.
Little, old, middle-aged, big, short, mamas, daddies, children.
It was wild.
But before that, our son, our great-grandson, was dressed up in a sock monkey outfit. Well, my wife had to have a sock monkey purse or bag to collect candy in. We called Miss Bobby Snow Moon up at Munford Senior Citizen. I said, can you make me a sock monkey trick-or-treat bag? She said, I never have, but I'll see. Well, she called me on, might have been Friday, I guess it was, before the Halloween. And she had taken a sock monkey, made it. I guess she made it anyway, she had a sock monkey. And she'd taken some orange cloth, and green, everything, made a pumpkin out of the material, fastened the pumpkin to the sock monkey and with a strap on it. That's undoubtedly the cutest thing I believe you've ever seen, and I don't know what the people said. We want one of those for our young'un next year. So Miss Bobby Snow Moon may be getting a lot of requests for that. Kelly Martin, longtime friend of mine, used to work down at Crown Textile for many years. He had a birthday. Happy birthday, Kelly.
Happy birthday.
Said he never misses this program, watches it every week. And also Senator Hank Sanders had a birthday down in Selma. He watches our program. And we wish all these folks a happy birthday. And any of you and everybody that's had a birthday or wants to have a birthday, happy birthday to all of you.
I got one coming.
39 and holding.
Yeah.
Let's go to our Pop the Top soda shop.
He couldn't do it, could he?
10 scoops of ice cream in 10 minutes.
And he's a big guy.
I know it. He was trying.
Yeah.
But we're proud of Pop the Top soda shop, and we're proud that they chose Talladega to open up a business and entrust the folks in this area and in the surrounding areas to come trade with them. And Talladega's open for business, folks. We're seeing more and more activity. The square is beginning to bustle. People are buying the buildings, they're renting the buildings, they're renovating the buildings. And my ambition when I was elected 3 years ago was to see the square completely filled, all the stores filled. We're not there yet. We still got maybe 3, possibly 4 buildings that has not either been bought or not in the process of being something done with it. But we have inquiries constantly wanting to know what about this, what about that. And we're just proud that the folks are choosing Talladega to open their business. A lot of good things happening in Talladega.
Mm-hmm. Closer than we were.
A lot of folks, you've seen your road paved, Forest Hills. We just finished paving all in Forest Hills. And Howard Street is just about completed. They went down one side of Howard Street and they've not got the other side. And someone said, what happened? I said, we only paving the side that voted for me. No, all of it's gonna be paved, don't get excited. They're gonna come back hopefully next week and finish it up, and we got several other streets they're gonna be doing. But you notice, folks, the council is paving roads and our city manager is paving roads, and this is not even election year for us. Usually your road gets paved 30 minutes before election. It's a year before the city elections, and all this work is being done. We've got a good council, a good city managers doing great jobs, and it's an honor to work with them and work around them. We've got, welcome.
Hey.
A man that has lost his mind and wants to run for public office or is running for public office.
Yes, sir.
When did you first dawn on you that you had a relapse and jumped into the fray?
We made this decision about March. I approached Heather and the kids about March, and it was a family decision, and we've been going at it full force since then.
This is Randy Roberts. He's running for county commissioner, and he'll be on the ballot Tuesday. This is the first time for Randy to be in politics, and I know he's been everywhere. A lot of people have asked me about it, said, what do you think about the race? I said, well, you had his opponent, Mr. Haynes, for 4 years, and and I like Tony as an individual, but I don't know anything he did that was not required by law to do. You can rant and rave about what you've done, but when the law requires you to do certain things, that's not too ambitious. You just do what you, and he didn't do that. you have a, not a city manager, but a county person that does most of the work. They just sit there and vote and make decisions. And Randy, I'm impressed with Randy. I hope that you will give him a close look. And I've shared with you folks, you're saying vote Republican, vote Democrat, and that's okay. I mean, if you're a strong party person, that's okay. But I hope that you don't go vote a straight party ticket. We've got some rascals on both tickets that's running, folks, I'm telling you. I've never seen such garbage on the Democrat side and on the Republican side. This sheriff's race has got to be ridiculous. Sheriff Jimmy Kilgore has tried to run a good, clean campaign and stayed away from the fray, but the chairman of the Democratic Party was gone berserk. And we're going to be talking about that in just a little bit. And I hope that you don't let her actions taint your mind. I hope you will look at every individual, whether it be Democrat or Republican, and I hope that you'll go vote accordingly. Randy, you didn't ask me to say all that, but you can talk for yourself.
No, Mayor Barton, you were spot on. You know, this is a midterm election. This is a very important election for Tide County. You're electing the two county commissioners that are going to choose the next county administrator. It's going to set the direction for two sections of our county. The one that runs through the middle of Talladega, that would be mine, District 2, and District 4. You know, you pretty much have to be above party politics at this point. You have to think of what's best in your best interest. What's going to serve our county the best. And I think that I'm the best person for that position. I've had a business in Talladega County for 14 years, and I've worked Talladega County Schools for 20, and managed a program that brings $7.8 million into Talladega County Schools to run our E-rate program, which funds our internet and our telecommunications. I think that I have the skill set to be your candidate, regardless of party. And I hope that on Tuesday, when you go to the polls, you will vote for the candidate that best suits your purpose and the candidate that's going to serve you the best. And I hope you vote for me.
Randy, I know that I've seen you out, you and the family out everywhere. I've seen your signs all over the county, and of course, Randy, like all politicians when they run for office of elected officials or whatever, there's always those out there that they're thieves on both sides of the fence, Democrats and Republicans. They love to steal signs. I don't know whether they're taking them to the house and putting them on the wall as a souvenir, or whether they're whatever. And this has happened in Randy's race, it's happened in the sheriff's race, it's happened, I guess it always happened in mine, happened in Clarence Haynes when he was running. There's just those out there that are just so egotistical, like they think you steal your sign, and this is going to make a difference. Signs don't vote anyway, folks, people do. But these folks running public office, they pay good money for these signs. And I wish we could run an election sometime and people leave the signs alone.
Yeah, and if they would, they don't cut the grass real often, but it'd be nice if they cut the grass before they put the sign
down and go back and cut it one
the weeds get
I may have to do that next time. I may have lawn service. They cut that would be a pro, right?
But what kind of reception are you receiving, Randy, as you're out moving around?
Well, you know,
what are you hearing?
Well, you know, everything that we've been involved with has been a blessing. I mean, there has not been a single location that we've came to, that we've been invited to, and like I said, we've done this since March. We've went to every meeting, every group gathering, every party, every function that we could go to where there's a group of people, football games, now fall festivals, and now it's wrapped up. And we've been welcomed with open arms. People seem to like our message. We have a plan. We have an idea of how to move Talladega County forward, and people seem to like that. And you know, it's been a blessing. We've been greeted with open arms at just about every at every location. There hasn't been a single time when we've received a negative reception.
You get that after you've been elected. You're sworn in, and then you're sworn at.
Well, I did warn the kids. I did warn the kids and Heather that and Heather, I didn't have to tell her anything. She's in sales, but I told the kids. I said, you're not going to be able to please everybody all the time, and this isn't going to be a short-term fix. And no, I'm not going ahead and run for 4 more years. That's not what I'm doing. But I'm saying that it's taken a long time for the issues that are at root in Talladega County to come come to bear. And it's going to take a while to get us back out of that. But I really think that by developing small businesses like Pop the Top, I think that's the engine that drives our economy. I think those are the people that...
Small businesses are
right.
the backbone of our economy.
Right. I think those are the people that buy our ads in our school annuals and put the banners up at football games and support our local media. I think that's the fix. I think growing.
We've got to go to break in just a moment, and when we come back, I want to bring Ms. Roberts and the two young ladies and the son and let you meet his family. But let's go to break, and then in a little bit, I'm going to try to get Sheriff Kilgore on the phone. And I realize all this junk is going on, this lawsuit. He can't respond. It's got to be played out in court. And I'm a little surprised that Mr. Dortch would release a lawsuit. This is not the normal procedure. You know, when it goes to court, it plays out in court. And I'm a little surprised that Mr. Clarence Dortch, I've been knowing Mr. Clarence Dortch all his life. Matter of fact, he got his start in my first term, I believe it was my first term, working in the judge's office at City Hall. And he's going on to be an attorney and so forth. Super nice guy. And I'm disappointed that he got caught up in that fray. But I guess when you're a hired gun, you do what you have to do. If you're paid to do.
What kind of deal is this?
Well, he's representing the party or not the party. He's representing the lady, I guess, that filed the suit. But I'm a little surprised that this would be made public to the press. The press didn't go hunt this suit. Someone leaked it to the press. And I think it's just a shame that this was done 4 or 5 days before election, folks. And you know how I am. I'm not bashful. I just tell you how I feel about things. But we got to go to break, and when we come back, we want you to meet the Randy Roberts family.
Planning a get-together, sporting event, or special occasion, let CG's help make the event more enjoyable. CG's can advise you on a favorite champagne or special wine imported from all over the world, as well as from New York and California. Perhaps you'd rather choose a muscadine wine from Alabama. CG's also has a nice selection of the latest in stemless wine glasses or champagne and water glasses. Only at CG's can you obtain your favorite imported beer, party supplies, mixes, and a variety of nuts. By the way, don't forget a gift for your favorite hostess. Visit CG's, conveniently located in Talladega at the corner of Howard and West.
A death is a troubling time for any family. Talladega Funeral Home offers dignity, respect, professionalism, commitment, and fairness to all families in need. We listen carefully. We know that some of us find great comfort in traditions, and we work tirelessly to honor those traditions. Our professional team gets to know each and every family member to help each and every individual remember, share, and ultimately move towards healing. Contact Brittany Boozer at Talladega Funeral Home today, 256-362-0111. Talladega Funeral Home. We care because every life has a story.
Have you tried one of these? This is so good. Man, I can't believe we haven't done this before. Oh, wow, look at that. Want a bite? Your agent. Do the jingle. Do the jingle. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Hey, guys. Do it again. Do it again. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. In my office.
State Farm.
I think we're good.
State Farm agents are there when you need them.
I'm Sheriff Jimmy Kilgore. When former Sheriff Jerry Studdard appointed me as his chief deputy, and 13 years later, Governor Bentley chose me to succeed him as your sheriff, I made both the same promise to take care of the needs of you, the citizens of Talladega County. Now I'm asking you to go back to the polls on November 4th and keep me, Sheriff Jimmy Kilgore, working for you.
Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We're going to try in just a little bit, as I said, try to get Sheriff Kilgore on the phone. We're going to try to get Mr. Draper. I've called Mr. Tony Draper the last couple of days when this article hit the newspaper. I tried calling him. I talked to him last week. I heard this was coming. And I said, Mr. Draper, I wish you'd leave it alone. I think it's going to kill you in the election. You run a good, clean race. Sheriff Kilgore run a good, clean race. And I said, I wish you would leave it alone. But we'll talk about that in just a little bit. Also, I saw Tony Haynes the last few months. I've asked Tony many times to be on this program. I saw him at Stampede Restaurant Friday. He was in there politicking, going table to table, so on. And he came by and I said, Tony, you got Sunday night, you'll be on the program. Well, I'm so busy. I'm on my cattle farm, and I'm going here and I'm going there. And I said, well, you know, your opponent's been on there and going to be back on Sunday night. What's he saying? I said, he said that if he gets elected, he's not going to be so busy with his cattle and all of his chores that he can't talk to the people and be available to the public. And I said, Tony, you got Sunday night. Well, he still refuses to come on here. And I've shared with you folks, when you got a politician running for office that won't talk to you or won't come over here and talk about the issues, then I make up my mind based on that.
Hello moment.
Mr. Randy Roberts, if you would introduce your lovely wife and all the young ones here.
Okay. Well, this is Heather. This is my lovely wife. This is Haley. She's my youngest daughter. This is Cole. He's my son. And this is my oldest daughter. This is Harley.
Hello.
Great looking family.
These are the people that have supported me, you know, through everything since our decision to do this march. They're the people that I asked about this before we decided to run, and they're the people that decided we'd do this together. And this is the people that I'm running for, and you. And I'll never be too busy to take your calls or answer your emails. As a matter of fact, I'll give you my phone number right now. You can call me anytime you want to.
If you've never been involved in politics, folks, if you've never run for public office, you ought to try it. I enjoy it. I enjoy politics. I enjoy meeting people. I enjoy trying to help folks. I enjoy being in the public. But I'll have to tell you this, Randy.
Yes, sir, please.
After you've been in office a while, there's those that don't like you. I don't know why I'm the most lovable person you could find in this world. But sometimes you find folks that just don't like me. I don't understand that kind of stuff. But we was out campaigning one time, and I had a nephew helping me campaign. And I went down one, Charlotte trying to go to sleep on us again, folks. But I went down one side of the street, and he was going down the other side of the street. Well, I heard this dog barking, and I heard this lady come out and say, "Shut up!" I said, "Come on up here, son." But I couldn't hear what she was saying. And when he came back, I said, he said, "I don't think she's going to vote for you." I said, "What'd she say?" She said, "Well," said, "I walked up there and said, I'm so-and-so and so-and-so, and I'm campaigning for Larry Barton for mayor." She said, "I should let the dog bit you." So you meet all kinds out there campaigning. But for the most part, everybody, even if they're not going to vote for you, they're always pretty nice. Now, there's some that'll just be honest with you. "I'm not going to support you. I'm voting for somebody else. I'm already obligated." And I appreciate them being honest with me.
Oh, yes, sir. Always.
You hate for people to just deliberately lie to you.
Right. I mean, that's not what we're in this for.
Yeah, but you're running for what you think you can do for the county, and I admire you for being into the fray, and for your race overall has been pretty nice.
It has. We, you know, Mr. Haynes and I, we've both been, you know, very good to each other throughout this, and we've avoided a whole lot of the partisan party politics that really doesn't make a whole lot of sense at the local level. You just basically need to vote for the person that's going to do the best job for you and serve your best interest. That's what you need to do.
Overall, Mr. Thomas, school board?
Aaron Thomas.
Aaron Thomas, and his opponent.
Mr. Milam.
I don't think I've heard the first negative comment.
No.
Both of them are fine gentlemen people.
They are good people, both of them.
Mr. Limbaugh and Mr.
Pope.
I've not heard the first negative word out of them.
Both very good people.
Overall, it's been a.
Right.
I've not heard anything negative about a Barbara Boyd or Dr. Fears. It's been a very low-key race, and we hope that you will look at that race real close. Dr. Fears has been on our program a couple of times. Dr. Boyd refuses to come on here. She's been in office 20 years, and I'm not sure what she's accomplished, but we've asked her to be on here. But I appreciate you taking time to talk to the folks and be on the program. And
I appreciate the opportunity.
When you get into the politics, be accessible.
Yes, sir.
That's the key. Be accessible to the public. Take care of them.
Speaking on that point, may I give them my two very important numbers?
You certainly can.
Okay, this is my cell phone number. So when you vote for me, if you have issues and you need help, this is the number you need to call. And I have to look at it because I never call myself. 256-368-9009. And the second, and this is very important, this is if you need a ride to the polls. And I don't care what party you're in, who you're voting for. If you need a ride to the polls, you need to call this number, 256-225-8138. If you can't get anybody there, call that first number and I'll come get you. Thank you, and I appreciate you, and I wish you would vote for me on Tuesday.
If you need a ride to the polls and you call Randy and he find out you're voting for his opponent, you'll walk home.
Well, I'll take you somewhere. We'll buy lunch.
Talk about it. Thank you for being with us. We've got to go. I think we've got to go to another break. I don't know. Thank y'all for being with us. And we're going to be back. I think Mr. Draper's on the phone. We're going to talk to him in just a minute, and we're going to try to get Sheriff Kilgore on the phone. If we can go to another break and let these folks get off the set, we'll be right back.
Planning a get-together, sporting event, or special occasion, let CG's help make the event more enjoyable. CG's can advise you on a favorite champagne or special wine imported from all over the world, as well as from New York and California. Perhaps you'd rather choose a muscadine wine from Alabama. CG's also has a nice selection of the latest in stemless wine glasses or champagne and water glasses. Only at CG's can you obtain your favorite imported beer, party supplies, mixes, and a variety of nuts. By the way, don't forget a gift for your favorite hostess. Visit CG's, conveniently located in Talladega at the corner of Howard and West.
A death is a troubling time for any family. Talladega Funeral Home offers dignity, respect, professionalism, commitment, and fairness to all families in need. We listen carefully. We know that some of us find great comfort in traditions, and we work tirelessly to honor those traditions. Our professional team gets to know each and every family member to help each and every individual remember, share, and ultimately move towards healing. Contact Brittany Boozer at Talladega Funeral Home today, 256-362-0111. Talladega Funeral Home. We care because every life has a story.
Have you tried one of these? This is so good. Man, I can't believe we haven't done this before. Oh, wow, look at that. Want a bite? You're aging. Do the jingle. Do the jingle. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Hey, guys. Do it again. Do it again. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. In my office.
State Farm.
I think we're good.
State Farm agents are there when you need them.
I'm Sheriff Jimmy Kilgore. When former Sheriff Jerry Studdard appointed me as his chief deputy, and 13 years later, Governor Bentley chose me to succeed him as your sheriff, I made both the same promise to take care of the needs of you, the citizens of Talladega County. Now I'm asking you to go back to the polls on November 4th and keep me, Sheriff Jimmy Kilgore, working for you.
This is it.
This is it.
This is it.
We got Mr. Tony Draper on the phone. We'll be going to him in just a second. A couple of funeral announcements. Mr. Clarence Bishop. Funeral will be tomorrow on Monday at 2 p.m. At the Ursula Funeral Home. And visitation was tonight, so that's out. But the funeral is tomorrow at 2 p.m. Ursula Funeral Home, Mr. Clarence Bishop. And then Mr. James Foster, longtime friend, passed away, I believe, yesterday. His funeral will be Tuesday at 2 p.m. Visitation will be 1 p.m., 1 hour before the funeral, and be at Ursula Funeral Home. I had the opportunity of working in the mill with Mr. James Foster back in 57, somewhere along in there. A super nice guy. He loved his church. He loved singing. He traveled far and near to be in singing. But Mr. James Foster passed away yesterday. His funeral at 2 p.m. Tuesday, 1 p.m. visitation, and Mr. Clarence Bishop funeral at 2 p.m. Tomorrow, Monday. Rehab first, if you need any kind of rehab, total knee replacement, you need surgery, need recuperation, Rehab First is a place to be. They've got any kind of service you could possibly need 24/7. You can get them. They have short-term care. They have long-term care. If you need to be in a nursing home, they have nursing home. They can take care of you. And we appreciate Rehab First and all of our sponsors for being here with us and help bring this information to you. Mr. Tony Draper, time's getting short.
Yes, it is. It is short.
Yep. I wanted to give you and Sheriff Kilgore an opportunity to say whatever you want to. We've got about a couple of 3 minutes, each one of you. I know there's been a lot of negative published in the paper in the last couple of days. If you want to comment on that, fine. If you don't, I'm not going to press you on it.
Well, it's unfortunate it wasn't in the newspaper, but it is what it is. A federal lawsuit, like everybody will have their day in court, and that's all I have to say about that right there. And I just need people to turn out. Like you saw in the paper today, dealing with a candidate who was well financed and a semi-incumbent, and I gave it the best that I had. And for the most part, the race has been clean, and he's kept his word on that, and we will be moving forward and hoping people just turn out Wednesday. I gave it my best shot, and I put a lot of information out about the crime stats and the condition of the county, and hoped reach enough people.
Mr. Draper, I wish you the best come Tuesday. I've tried to be fair to you and Sheriff Kilgore. I've tried to give both of you equal time, and I feel like I've done that. Prior to the race, prior to the primary, you was on here once or twice, and you were successful against Clarence Haynes. And I've tried to be fair to you, and I've tried to be fair to Sheriff Kilgore. And that's all these candidates, we give you an opportunity to be on here. If you don't respond, I can't help it. I can't make you be on here, but Mr. Draper and Sheriff Kilgore has been very receptive. And I wish you the best Tuesday, Tony.
All right, thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
That's Tony Draper. He's running for sheriff on the Democrat ticket. He's been very accessible when we try to call him and get him on here. He's always responded. I'm calling Sheriff Kilgore while we're on the phone. So bear with me. While I'm on the camera, just bear with me just a minute. And let's see if we can get him. Give him an opportunity to say whatever he wants to say. I know that they can't. The lawsuit ought to have been played out in court, folks, and not on the newspaper, front page of the newspaper. Sheriff Kilgore.
Yes, sir.
Larry Barton, how are you, sir?
Hey, Mayor, doing well. You?
I'm fine. I've just had your opponent, Mr. Draper, on here, and I gave him an opportunity to say a few words. We didn't get off on the lawsuit, and I know you can't discuss it because it's in court. And it's unfortunate they chose, the chairman of the Democrat Party chose to release this 4 or 5 days before election, and it sort of put you in an awkward situation. You can't respond and defend yourself. But that said, you have the mic.
Well, thank you, sir. Well, you're absolutely right. As you well know, anytime there's pending litigation, you can't talk about it until it comes to court, and that's the way we're going to approach it. But I do appreciate the opportunity to speak to the citizens of the county tonight, and I just want to say, this has been a long road. Anybody that's been involved in a campaign knows that and knows what it's like. But it's really been an adventure. Tony and I have met so many wonderful people, and people have just been so nice to us and invited us in their homes and really treated us well, and that's a blessing that we've really enjoyed throughout this. And I just like to thank the voters for the support they've shown me in the primary election and also on the campaign trail leading up to Tuesday. And I just like to remind everyone, the job's not finished. Need your support and need your help on Tuesday to go to the polls and vote to keep me serving as your sheriff, because it's been truly a great blessing and a tremendous honor to serve the fine people of this county, and we're hoping to continue to do that for 4 more years.
Sheriff, let me say this, and I've known Tony for just during the race primarily. I know who he is through the years. I didn't really know him personally, but I've got acquainted with him, and he's always been accessible for the most part. When I'd call, he'd always call me back, and I don't have any rocks to throw in that. The only thing I said is I don't appreciate the chairman of the Democrat Party doing what she's done. I'm just very disappointed, and if I was a member of the Democrat Party, come the next meeting we had, I would ask her to step down and resign. She does not need to be in leadership position, in my opinion. And if you don't like it, Ms. Engel, you're certainly welcome to be on this program. I've invited you several times, and you refused to accept my offer to be on here in the past. That said, Sheriff, I've known you. I hired you in was it 1980 or thereabouts, in my first term as mayor. And I watched you come through the ranks as a paramedic, as a police officer, and I have much respect for you. I know how you treated the folks as a paramedic. You was always caring, and you went out extra mile. And I can truthfully say, I get a lot of complaints from time to time on police officers and different things around the city. But I never had the first complaint on Jimmy Kilgore. He always handled, if he had to give a ticket, he could give you a ticket and you'd like it. I mean, that's just the kind of person he was. He just had that folksy attitude.
Yeah.
I probably apologize for having to give you a ticket, but that's the way he was. But one thing I need to say, Sheriff, is, as I know that there was a flyer was put out, it wasn't getting put out, it was printed up. It was a bad flyer. It was a smear sheet against Mr. Draper. And the sheriff put a stop to it right quick. He was not going to be a part of that kind of stuff. And he stopped it from being, he was not doing it, not of his people, not of his deputies and so forth. It was some of his supporters wanted to put out this smear sheet, and he said, no, sir, leave it alone. If the people wants to vote for me, fine. If they want to vote for Mr. Draper, fine. But we're not going to get in the gutter and waller. And I appreciate you running that kind of campaign,
First
Sheriff.
class.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank y'all very much. You know, that's the way my parents raised me, to
That's right.
treat other people with respect. And you know, Mr. Draper and I talked early on when it was determined that we would be the two candidates to face off in November. And we agreed at that time, and no matter what, I was going to hold up to that end of the bargain. And, you know, we're not going to get into that. I don't appreciate it, and I don't think the people appreciate that. Mm-hmm. And but thank you for those kind words, and we're going to continue to do that and just leave it in the hands of the people.
Sheriff, I appreciate you being with us, and when this election's over, whether you win, lose, or whatever, I expect you to be back on this program. And Mr. Draper, the same thing. I want you to come back on here, however it turns out, and address the people.
Well, we'll certainly do that, Mayor, and I appreciate the invite.
Thank you, sir.
Sheriff.
See you around town.
Sounds good.
Okay. Sheriff Kilgore, we were fair to Mr. Draper through this campaign. We tried to be fair to all the candidates, but some of them won't let you be fair to them. They refuse to come on the program, and I've tried to treat everybody with respect. I've not tried to blindside anybody. And if you don't come on here, I may blindside you. It bothers me when you won't come and talk to the people, whether it be on this program, whether it be on Jim Adele's program, or whatever. When you're not accessible running for office, more than likely you're not going to be accessible when you get in office.
How can you vote for somebody that's not accessible? I can't.
We've got about another minute or two. If you want to make a phone call and talk about anything we've talked about tonight, 369-1688. We don't want to talk about football. Alabama didn't play this week. But if you want to talk about the campaign for Tuesday, encourage people to go vote Tuesday, we've got time for about one, maybe two calls, possibly. 15th anniversary program of Reverend Edward and Sister Kathleen Bolton. Going to be this coming Sunday, November the 9th, 2:30 p.m. Guest speaker, Reverend Charles E. Burton, Senior Pastor, Mars Hill Missionary Baptist Church in Anniston, Alabama. We encourage you to come out and be with them. Got this program at the Ritz Theater this coming Friday night, the 7th, 7 p.m. $5 admission is Why I Love America. Patriotic show featuring local talents, Brian Wood, Victoria Stone, Ashley Gaither, Tasha Jemison, Jill Lackey, Jane Burns, Katie Smith, Dr. Emmanuel Caceres. If you've never heard Dr. Caceres perform and sing, or Victoria Stone, you don't know what you missed. And these other folks, I may have heard of, Andy McCullough. And Larry Barton's going to be there, but he ain't going to be singing, I can assure you that. He'll be reading a presentation, whatever, poem or something like that. Mm-hmm. Well, I said I wasn't going to do it, but I will. Yes, sir.
Hey, Larry, how you doing, my friend?
I'm fine, Jeff.
Yeah, I just want to remind you about November 13th, it's coming up, Panorama concert.
What's that got to do with Election Tuesday, Jeff?
Well, the election's coming up.
It is, I know, Tuesday. Are you going to go vote?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go vote. Yes, sir.
Go vote as many times as you can.
Oh, okay. I got you there, Larry.
Gotta go. We're running out of time.
Have a great day, man. Have a great week. I'll see you at the polls to everybody.
All right. Don't forget Ursula Funeral Home. Mr. James Foster's funeral is Tuesday at 2 p.m. Visitation at 1 p.m. Mr. Clarence Bishop's funeral will be tomorrow on Monday at 2 p.m. We offer our condolences to the family of these two fine gentlemen. Tyler has lost two great citizens. Mm-hmm. Last minute reminder, Tuesday is election. If you don't go vote, keep your mouth shut. Gotta go. See you next week.
Bye.